big. Call Sweet James.
NBC4 News at 5 starts with breaking news.
And so we begin with that breaking news at 5 o'clock today. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Annabelle Sedano. We just heard from President Joe Biden making remarks on the Supreme Court's latest ruling surrounding former President Donald Trump and the events on January 6th.
Let's talk with our political reporter, Conan Nolan. Conan, spell out the importance and really the impact of all of this. Then we'll get to what Mr. Biden had to say.
Right. Well, the impact of the Supreme Court ruling is that, frankly, it was a win for Donald Trump. The fact of the matter is that he didn't get everything he wanted in this case, but he got most of it. And it appears that as a result of that, the court ruling and then a decision in the January 6th prosecution by the Department of Justice against Mr. Trump for what they believed was his effort at overturning the 2020 election will not take place before the 2024 election.
Politics, policy, and passion outside the United States Supreme Court following a decision central to the prosecution of former President Donald Trump for attempting to overturn the results of the 2020 election.
He's the devil. He's dangerous Donald Trump.
I think Trump's role on January 6th was the commander-in-chief.
For the first time in history, the nation's high court set a standard for when a president is immune from prosecution for actions taken as the nation's chief executive. Jessica Levinson of Loyola Marymount University School of Law.
This ruling does not adopt former President Trump's full position that he was absolutely immune from criminal prosecution, that first you would need an impeachment and then a conviction in the Senate. But it does embrace his view that presidents and former presidents are entitled to broad immunity, in some cases to absolute immunity. This is a good day for him. It's not a good day for special counsel Jack Smith.
The court, by a 6-3 decision, says that while the president is immune from prosecution for official conduct related to his or her presidential duties while in office, he can be prosecuted for personal acts committed while in office, but that the difference between the two would need to be decided by lower courts.
The tricky part is what is an official act and what is not an official act, and how are we going to decide it?
In the majority opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts writing that immunity for official conduct is necessary to safeguard an energetic, independent executive. In a blistering dissent, the three liberal justices said, quote, the court effectively creates a law-free zone around the president, upsetting the status quo that has existed since the founding.
We have Chief Justice John Roberts, who worked in the executive branch before he became a Supreme Court justice, really worried about protecting the office of the presidency. And then we have the dissent led by Justice Sonia Sotomayor, and she is really worried about a decision that says some people, meaning presidents, are above others, that this really does mean that some people are above the law.
So now the American people have to do what the court should have been willing to do, but will not. The American people have to render a judgment about Donald Trump's behavior. The American people must decide whether Donald Trump's assault on our democracy on January 6th makes him unfit for public office in the highest office in the land.
For President Biden, this was an opportunity for him to address the nation for the first time since that fairly disastrous debate on Thursday. We should point out he did not take questions after making the statement, and he was using a teleprompter.
But he looked physically different.